Welcome to Around the Kinky Kampfire podcast. This is your host, the Cuddle Gigolo, aka El Comidon, aka Mango Boogies, but also known officially as HH Julius, your entertainment creative. I'm here with Miss Rue, our education guru, and our goal in this podcast is to destigmatize the taboo topics of kink, non-monogamy, and BDSM. We like to educate through awareness and with our experiences, and we are not certified professionals as of yet. So our non-judgmental topics, with a dash of facts, are to be taken mostly as entertainment and with, some slice of life anecdotal stories. Your opinions, lifestyles, and or way of thinking may not be in alignment with ours, but your opinion, lifestyle, way of thinking is also okay as well. And the fact that you have an opinion is valid. We're not here to change your minds. We are here just to provide a different point of view. Please join us every second and fourth Thursdays of every month, and our episodes are uploaded to all major platforms: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, etc., etc. Please look forward to this coming episode, as we will start shortly, and make sure to especially pay attention to our ASR Minute, which will start very soon.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Around the Kinky Kampfire, the Pillow Fort Sessions. Yes, new year, new Julius. We're getting very serious on here. But I will also also known as Colonel McBee, Cuddle Gigolo, which is still my favorite one, Fresno Bob, and the, obviously, Taco Knuckle. Or H.H. Julius. Julius, if you were being so formal. As we are now, we're being a very serious podcast in all things BDSM, queer, non-monogamous, and a little bit of geeky, and all under that umbrella. But yeah, I just want to break down those assumptions, as y'all heard Julius talk about before multiple times. I hate assumptions, so anything to do with that in relationships in general, in the Pillow Fort sessions, at least in the last year, I got very, very serious about my deep dives. Super serious. We're always very serious here about my deep dives. This year, I said this before, I hope you enjoyed both part 1 and part 2 of the rankings videos that I had my opinion on. But for the rest of this year, this is going to be the official starts of my opinions. I've given you guys so much information so far, so now I want to hear from you. Hopefully, I will spark some, not controversy, I don't want to I don't do any clickbaity stuff on there, but I will be more of myself, getting behind the curtain of the Wizard of Osmental. I don't even know. I was trying to think of something funny there. It didn't work. But yeah, I'm going to critique myself as well. And I don't want to come from a high horse, saying I might, you know what I'm saying. I don't want to be in that high horse that a lot of people tend to be. I don't know. That's a generality, but I'm going to just swaft it out there. I'm tired of all this. You can't make generalized statements of people, but I think the kids are never good. Everybody has an opinion. Yes, everybody has an opinion. Opinions like assholes. Everybody has one. We all know this. So I'm not going to be here to, get into the details. If you want to get pedantic on there, you can. I'm not worried about that. I am going to be talking to most of you in a generalized way. I will try to give caveats and disclaimers as much as I can, but if I forget one, so be it. Thus and that now, you don't have to listen to this podcast. Go make your own or listen to somebody else. And once again, you shouldn't be listening to me. Go and do your own research. This is what I've garnered from my life experiences and my YouTube education that I've had, among other things. Not just YouTube, articles and such from all different kinds of places, but mostly YouTube, because it's like there and it does suggestions. I don't know about anybody's opinion about the algorithm. The oh, holy thou algorithm, oh, blessed be, please suggest videos that I would relate to. And for me, it's doing well so far. And no, I didn't forget about the ASMR minute, but I know. Unless until we get, sponsored, then it's going to be there every now and then. Of course, if certain someone that enjoys that good old ASMR comes back on, we have to mess with her. This is how it is. But for right now, I am drinking an adult beverage, even though it is early in the week. It is my favorite tequila. I mean, really any tequila. Any good tequila, quote unquote, whatever your thing is. I'm not that picky. If you give it to me for free, I will drink it, and I will whore myself out for a sponsorship. That will never change. This one is particularly delicious. I've been sipping on it generously for, I think, a year now, so it's fermented quite nicely. But anyways, I will hold myself out for a good, you don't have to worry about old Julius selling out, because I'm telling you right now, ain't nothing to sell out about. I'm already on their side. If you pay me enough, I will whore myself out for good products. You ain't going to change my opinion. I will give you my honest opinion, but I will read that script. Whatever they want me to read, I will read it, and it will be accurately read for the most part, like 97% accuracy. Sure, I'll read that script. And I will say I indulge in that product, but you ain't gonna change my opinion in life. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know I'm in my feeling myself when you hear me saying you know what I'm saying a lot. Yeah, I'm still kind of filtering myself a little bit, but not really. You're gonna stick to the 30 minutes time frame in general, so I don't rant for too long. Hopefully y'all still enjoy it. But we try new things. This is like the third year. I'm getting almost to the same point of episode count. I don't know if y'all are counting out there, my nerds, my stats nerds. The Pillow Fort sessions are almost equaling the regular around the Kinky Kampfire episodes. So I've been talking to myself more, if y'all haven't noticed. So things are just going to go all kinds of crazy. So hopefully it's like 50-50 in an episode account. If y'all don't know, there's like 52 weeks in a year, so half of that, 21. So hopefully it'd be something like that. I'm going for a 50.5 ratio for my baseball people, sports ball people. Y'all know 0.5 is like half. So if people just be busy, depending on the time of the year, but I've enjoyed the people that have done this with me, and hopefully they'll come back again. But until then, I'll just keep talking to myself. And anybody wants to listen, for you double digits, low double digit people that are listening and downloading, I appreciate you. Once again, I have not looked at the metrics on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, all the other major platforms that this is broadcast on. Thank you very much. If people want to see some posts on the IG, that's Campfire Kinksters, Campfire always with a K around here. That is still there, and I've been posting some shorts, just clips from the episodes. Hopefully, y'all get more pictures. We'll see. I say hopefully like I have nothing to do with it, but y'all know I do everything around here, so that's all on me if it doesn't happen or not. But I'm saying hopefully, talking to my future self, future Julius, good old FJ, hopefully they or he or she will be out there doing something in the content creation world, and y'all will get to see it. But yeah, going back to my original point, thank you, much appreciation, much gratitudes. I'm going to say that now, much gratitudes. Starting out the new year completely different. Thank you to whoever you thank out there in the realm. I'm very spiritual. I think I've said that before, but thank you to whoever for making it to 2025. And we are going to do something with this. Live every day like it's your last. Bunch of those euphemisms and idioms and all those kind of dims that are out there. Now, I've ranted, but I'm going to keep on ranting. But I'm going to be more focused with my ranting right now. So, for to thus then of this intro episode that we are having today, I'm going to be more generalized with Julius. Hopefully set you guys on a correct path so y'all know what I'm talking about, thus going forward. So, since I don't have specific topics to talk about and like notes specifically for everything that I need to get to, it's going to be a little bit more ranty and a little bit more tangent. So I hope y'all are ready for this. I've prepared you over these last 2.5 years, I think now, that we've done episodes. And you guys know what's going on with my rants and tangents and can catch up to all the thing there. So, this first episode is going to be Intro to Julius. There it is. Intro to Julius. If you haven't gotten to know myself so far, I'm still learning myself. So if y'all can understand what I'm talking about, then y'all are some very intelligent, smart people, and you pay attention well. congratulations to you. Now, on this journey that I'm figuring myself out, I realized that I have a lot of opinions on stuff. I partake in a lot of knowledge. As I said, I'm a YouTube, I want to say graduate now, but I'm still in the class. So, graduate attendee. I'm a YouTube graduate attendee, learning all the different things. Mostly, I'll just say YouTube just because it's the one that's the most, but obviously, I listen to and read more than just that. So, that's all there. But I found that, in my general opinion, people make mistakes. I don't know if y'all know this, people. People make mistakes. Now, there's good and bad with that. Once again, general swipe with my hand over all everybody. People make mistakes, and if you ain't learning from your mistakes, you ain't growing. And if you ain't making mistakes, you ain't growing. So the gurus and the Hindis and all those smart people that do the monk stuff out there, they would agree with the Eastern people, the people with the doctorates and the degrees and certifications, the smart people we always talk about. They say you cannot evolve, grow whatsoever unless you make mistakes. You have to make mistakes. I know people love to be comfortable. You want to stick to your comfortable, the known evil, as it were. But you're just not going to grow, people. You're not going to grow unless you make mistakes. You have to make mistakes. But also with making mistakes and forming those good habits, hopefully they're good. I mean, habit is a habit. And I could talk about that as well. But hopefully forming those habits, you are making mistakes and you are learning from those mistakes. Because how do we learn from our mistakes is what you're asking. And I, Julius, will tell you my opinion of how to learn from a mistake. You have to categorize that mistake. What did I do and what happened before I got to this point? And instead of ruminating on something and just thinking about the mistake over and over again, I'm not going to ruminate. I'm going to evolve. So I'm going to make a note of that mistake, and then I'm going to think about what I could do different if a similar situation was about to happen. Okay? That's what we're going to do. We're not just going to ruminate. We're going to learn from a mistake. And what happens when you learn from your mistake, you build confidence. No suspenseful pause right there. I just broke right down and told you the secret. Building confidence happens when you learn from your mistakes. But you have to make a mistake in order to be able to learn from it. So go out there and try something new, people. If I didn't go and get my ass out of my bed and figure out all this podcasting crap myself, y'all would not be hearing my voice right now after 2.5 years. We're still just saying 2.5 years. I don't know what the official count is. But hopefully y'all are taking notes. I don't know. Taking heed to all the stuff that we've been talking about on around Kinky Kampfire and I've been talking about here on Pillow Fort Session. Please take this into account. My experiences are for y'all, but also do your own research. It's 2025. Did y'all know that Google is there? It's called a search engine. Most people have Google on their phones. Did you know your phone also is a computer? And hopefully you are one of those privileged people that has internet on that phone. And hopefully you're one of those privileged people that know how to use a search engine and search for stuff. What's the temperature in Beijing, China right now? You know what you can do? You can go on your phone, and now you can talk to it. Hey, phone, whatever you want to call it, Google, Siri, Bob, Jane, Karen, whatever you want to call it. Can you tell me the temperature in Fahrenheit in Beijing, China? They don't use Fahrenheit there, people. They use Celsius. Just so you know. And your phone will tell you. It'll actually bring it up in words that you understand, whatever language you speak, or it'll say it to you in words in whatever language you speak. This is the thing now that I don't understand why people don't get. It's like, why is it so confusing? People don't even know how to use a computer. You talk to them, tell them how to use a computer. It's like, oh, I'm not a technology person. You realize a person made this. And there are videos out there of other people that are quote unquote, not technology people that tell you how to use this amazing, magical technology. So stop with this learned helplessness that's prevalent in American society. Wish I knew other societies. I need to go out there and give me some culture and world traveling some more. We're working on that too. So yeah, it's Yeah, that thing right there. You got to be able to. You got to make mistakes. There's no growth without making a mistake. That's just how it is. And we have to learn from those mistakes and build confidence. That's how it's done. At least around here, in my opinion. If you think differently, feel free to do your own research and figure out how. This is what I've come to in my many years of YouTube scholarship. Yes, yeah, I have internet, and I put youtube.com in there, and it brings me to videos and stuff. And I'm going to say this multiple times. Do not listen to me. Why are you even here? Make a note and research it on your own. Everything I've talked about so far. The learning process and talking to other people. I don't even know how many different things I had that I was talking about in all the episodes that we had so far. Oh my goodness, all that stuff. You don't just listen to what I'm saying. I'm literally taking stuff from the smart people and people that make articles. I don't know if they're even the smart people with the doctorates and degrees. Most of them are, but there are some people that just make articles. And you guys didn't know that you can put articles on the internet, not have them fact checked, and people will just believe what you say. Yeah, you shouldn't just believe what anybody says. Do your own daggone research. And make sure that it's somewhat factual, at least relevant to you. And please go out there and try it yourself. I understand, unless you're like bungee jumping or skydiving or something, you're not going to die. Especially if it's like a relationship or social situation. If you talk to somebody and they don't want to talk to you, say they straight up ignore you. It hurts. I know it physically hurts. It's physiologically. That's a word. And I nailed it the first time. I'm going to try again, though, just so y'all heard me. Physiologically, it is studied. There's papers on there. They've researched it that it is painful. Rejection is painful. Being ignored is painful. Yada, yada, yakety, smackety. But guess what? You'll survive. You will survive. I'm telling you right now, you will survive. I know people, that's like the worst thing that people hate is rejection. And if y'all don't know about what incel culture and the black pill the community is, I'm not going to go into it right now, but you best believe I'm going to talk about it later. Those people, I'm not going to say a specific age, just say newer experiences. They have experienced rejection, either online. I have comments about that as well, which I'll talk about later, or in person. And they just give up all hope. And it's like, you just had this new experience. You think it's going to be easy. Who told you it was going to be easy? Go out there and suffer. Younger person. I'm 40, by the way. I don't know if I said that before. I think I said that multiple times, but I'm 40. Over 40 now. I'm just going to say younger. There are people younger than me. You out there, young people. I know it sucks and it feels painful because physically it is painful. But stuff happens and you got to go out there and try it. That's all there is to it. You got to go out there and try it. It's going to suck, but you got to go out there and try it. Make those mistakes. It sucks. But you will grow. More mistakes you make, I'm confident most people are able to learn from their mistakes. I will say that. There's no comment on intelligence level. I can't comment on actual intelligence because, there are diseases and stuff that plagues people, but at some point, you'll learn in general, just waving that generalization flag over everything, brush, whatever you want to call it. You will learn eventually, okay? I mean, it's on the internet. Somebody researched it. I will tell you right now, there's very little out there in the world that somebody has not researched. Somebody that has to do with kink out there. I would say kink and non-monogamy. Not a whole lot of actual research done so far. It's just, it's newer to most people, or just people reject it because it's like, oh, we're in the taboo. We all in the taboo. Unfortunately, it's just how it is. We're here in the taboo. Oh, it makes me so sad. Eventually, we will get out of the taboo. This is what we're trying to do here. The main goal around a Kinky Kampfire is it's okay. People are different. There's actually more research now that kink is actually beneficial therapy-wise. Therapeutic, I should say. I mean, there are therapists that conduct therapy and recommend kinkily to go out there and practice it. I was going to do another Lee rhyme, but I didn't have one in my head. it did. Yeah, it was on a path. I just swerved to the right and it didn't go where it was planned to. Yeah, there's research out there that people, you practice kink and you can help therapeutically. So try it out, people, and hopefully it'll be more. I hate the word accepted, but it's only a real word. Unfortunately, there's not a better word. It'll be more accepted in society for people to be kinky and polyamorous, or not polyamorous, non-monogamous. I should say not just polyamorous, non-monogamous out there. And of course, the queer, especially living in Florida, the battle is still ongoing. Unfortunately, some bullshit right now, but eventually somebody has to come back into office. There's always elections, and we've have changed laws before, so hopefully it can happen again. We hope. And here at Around the Kinky Campfire, at least for Julius's sake, I can't say anything for anybody that's on the show, co-host or guest or otherwise. But I don't really care if you believe me. I'm putting out information. If y'all don't know, Julius, the name, I think I said this once before, but I'll say it again. I derived it from the NES. Y'all didn't know there was a thing before the Switch. It was like 30 years ago. It was called the NES. That's the original game that Nintendo made. You couldn't just carry it around and slap it onto a TV however you wanted to. You had to play it at home. You had things called cartridges. For y'all younger people out there, there was cartridges. You had to blow in them and shove them in there. There was a game called Paperboy, and that Paperboy's name was Julio. He spread the good word. Good old paper word. I'm delivering messages to people just like Julio was. That's where I got Julius from. Also, where Jules comes from, if y'all don't know. Julius, Jules. Interchangeable, depending on the day. I give that good information. So, I'm not here to change anybody's opinion. I'm not here to win any arguments or discussions. I'm here to give you information, and you can go figure out if it's sexual or not. How about that? I'm giving you information. My lived experience and my research thus far. Forever hold your peace until we separate. Yeah. So I don't really care if you quote unquote believe me. Go do your own research. I'm here to spark your thoughts. I'm not here to change. I'm here to change any opinion. I don't really care what your opinion is. You can come on the Instagram Campfire Kinksters, Campfire with a K, and let me know what you think. You can critique me. I will accept a compliment. I don't really believe compliments. Still working on that. That will be a forever thing that I'm working on, accepting a compliment. But I appreciate your words in general, good, bad, or the other. Let me know what you think. I just don't really care about your opinion. That's it. I'm here to spread the word. If you're listening to this and you download the episodes and you stream it or whatever, just to let you know, I appreciate you doing that. But I'm here to spread information. That's it. Right, wrong, or the other. Agreed or disagreed. We can agree to disagree. I formally consent to agreeing and disagreeing. I also believe in dialectic in adults. The psychological definition. You can have two opposing opinions and they both be true. It is an ability that all adults, once again, waving that generalization brush, all adults, quote unquote, have the ability to have two opposing opinions, thoughts whatsoever, and they both be true. Quote unquote. They don't have to be factually true. They just be true to you. You can believe in both. I'm a Democrat and a Republican. Sure. That's slightly a joke. We don't really do politics here and around a Kinky Campfire, but sure. I like both sides. I like everybody. You can be an asshole to one person, and I don't know what's the opposite of an asshole. Not an asshole, and I still like you. There's parts I like. I can have my own opinions, and nobody else has to agree with me. I'm totally fine with that. I do my own research. I have emotions, and I know things. That's why I'm here. And if you don't like it, you can listen to another podcast. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. Okay? If y'all don't know, I'm officially on my soapbox right now. Hopefully, as these episodes go along, I've been giving more opinion, less facts, quote unquote facts. It will be more concise. You guys will understand what I'm talking about. I will say that up till this point, my ego work is proving useful. So far, it's benefiting me. I will say I enjoy talking to y'all, I don't care if Yeah, I care if you listen. Let's just say that. I appreciate if you listen. I don't care if you listen. I appreciate you if you listen. That's how I should say that. But I enjoy just talking about these kinds of things, and people listen, enjoy my opinions on different things. Yeah, it's hard to say opinions. My take, I should say that. I enjoy that you people enjoy my take on certain issues. Hopefully, it's the issues that you like hearing about. I know it's not always going to be about BDSM and non-monogamy, but I believe the stuff I talk about is beneficial for relationships. And guess what you need in BDSM and non-monogamy? Relationships. That's correct. Yeah, you guys are smart. You got it. You answered that. I heard you over there. I didn't give a long pause, but I knew what you got. You guys saw where I was going. Can't see me. You guys heard where I was going, and you were already there because y'all are smart people because you downloaded this podcast. See, like I said, ego work is ongoing. So thank you all for joining us so far. My multiple sides that I have in me, and also other people that are actually there, the real and unreal, the inside of my head and outside of my head. Everybody that's listening to all this, I mean, I originally started this whole podcast to find my tribe. Hopefully, I find other people that like to do research and learn new things, evolve. It's a growth mindset. If y'all haven't heard about this right now, just put that in YouTube. There's a lot of content creators on there. Smart people that have degrees, or they talk to people that have degrees. They're hosting and having guests that have degrees and write books and do studies and everything like that. The growth mindset, in my opinion, is the way to go in life. If you haven't started that yet, please start that in 2025. That's a good New Year's resolution. I know we're a couple weeks in already, but there's no due date on a resolution. You can start it whenever. Wow, whenever. You can start it whenever. That tequila hit me. And it doesn't need to be a New Year's resolution. Just make it a life resolution. It's like a diet. Everybody's like, oh, diet is supposed to... No, diet is not temporary, people. I don't know where we got that information from, but that's incorrect. A diet is supposed to be ongoing. You should have a regular diet for the rest of your life. Don't say, oh, I'm dieting for 3 months. No. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be dieting for life. It's a diet. It's not supposed, there's no temporary in the definition of a diet. That's not how that's supposed to go. So treat the growth mindset the right way, like a diet. And it should be ongoing for the rest of your life. Okay? That's okay. So that's pretty much it. My 30-minute rant here of intro to Julius episode of Pillow Fort Sessions is about to come to an end. I'm actually on the on the recording of this episode. 2 days later, I'll be going to Podfest once again, and I enjoy being around other content creators. Those that like Podfest, those that like podcasts that will be at Podfest. Hopefully I can find more people that are interested in the same thing I am and like that growth mindset, doing the research and have opinions. Well, there's going to be everybody has an asshole, so they all have opinions. I made that joke earlier. But this is H.H. Julius officially, or just Julius or Jules. Or, if you're feeling really fancy, the funny kind of fancy, it's Taco Knuckle, Colonel McBee, Fresno Bob, and of course the Cuddle Gigolo. That's not really a name, that's more of a title. Certain people can pay me to cuddle. No, they'll get it for free because I like them. But the Cuddle Gigolo is a thing that is a great job. If y'all don't know, there's actually a cuddling app. I need to get on there at some point. I just don't like touching everybody. I have high touch sensitivity, people. I don't even like people bumping into me. So social situations are awkward. I will talk about that later at some point in time, because socialing is a skill habit that I still have not figured out to my ripe old age of over 40. So it's going to be difficult. I'm going to have a tough week, people. Please think of me. Be like, oh, Julius, you can do this. I will feel it from the ether, because I'm definitely a spiritual type person. And I appreciate it. And these episodes, the Pillow Fort Sessions and Around the Kinky Campfire, all these different versions will be out on most Thursdays. New episodes most Thursdays of the month. And it is once again on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, yada, yada, yakety, schmackety, whatever you're listening to. And on YouTube now. Ooh, new for the new year. We try new stuff. Along with shorts and reels and whatever Instagram tells me to put out there. Long live YouTube and Instagram and the guy that I just heard on Joe Rogan. I can't remember his name now. The guy that founded YouTube, Forever Hold Your Peace. He's out there doing MMA, if y'all didn't know that. His name is escaping me right now, but I do remember he's doing MMA and being in tournaments, which is very interesting. Growth mindset. You start a social networking app, website, and then you go and do MMA. That's what I'm talking about. You might not agree with what all he does, but I like his style. I'm not endorsing him. I'm just saying I like the actions that he does. Okay, I think I've ranted long enough. How else do I close this out? That's pretty much it. I'm rambling now. I'm probably going to cut this out anyway. Oh, man, I feel good. I don't know about y'all. I got that all off my chest and looking forward to this year. May you experience growth in 2025 till all are one. Transformers. I think there's another one coming out. That's the geeky side getting out there. I can talk about all the new stuff. Ooh, talk about all the new stuff that's coming out for the new year. Oh, I might have to do it. Not really pertinent to relationships or whatsoever, but I might have to go ahead and do that. The new movies that are coming out for this year. Because the Jurassic World. What do we need another Jurassic World for? Anyways, all my opinions. Yes, this is Julius. Around the Kinky Campfire, the Pillow Fort Sessions.